Future Trunks has to be one of the coolest, rawest characters in anime history, at least in Dragon Ball Z. In Super, not so much. And I really try to push my nostalgia aside because this guy was literally the reason why I work out today. Goku and Vegeta, cool, and definitely are my inspirations of today. But the guy who actually got me into working out was Trunks after he left that time chamber. Trunks probably never had better meals in his entire life compared to what he ate in that time chamber. Just so you know, while I am talking about DBZ Trunks, I'm also talking about his movie appearance as well, because no lie, his design that BoJack Unbound movie was insanely cool. That fit went crazy hard, pause. And this isn't a Dragon Ball Super hate video. I love Dragon Ball Super, which you can check out in my other videos, but you can love a series and still nitpick or have issues with certain aspects of it. So in this video, I just want to talk about why my boy DBZ Trunks just do it better. Better story, better character, and the best drip in all anime manga history. I mainly will be talking about anime Future Trunks because the manga does a slightly better job portraying him, but there will be points of me addressing him as well. Also, if you like content like this, make sure to hit that like, comment, and subscribe button because it truly helps out the channel. And the first point I want to go over is Trunks' character regression. To truly grasp this, we need to delve into the history of Trunks' special. In this special, Trunks started off as a naive and young boy, always rushing off to face the androids, even though he doesn't have the power to do so. This comes from his deep desire to fight alongside Gohan, his father figure in this post-apocalyptic world. For a boy who grew up without a father, it's perfectly natural to seek validation and strength through his relationship with Gohan or someone like him. And while the relationship between Gohan and Trunks is very wholesome, it highlights a very crucial aspect of Trunks' character. And while this quote may be a little controversial, I personally love it.
You can't become a Super Saiyan just by increasing your power level. The power comes in response to a need, not a desire.
And I'm not saying this is how you achieve Super Saiyan, of course not. It's accessed through rage and loss. But I do think this quote provides a deeper insight into these characters and what drives them to become a Super Saiyan. And this is why I believe Trunks initially struggles to achieve a Super Saiyan power, because he views it through the lens of desire. That desire wanted to fight alongside his mentor Gohan. This desire is driven by his longing for validation and companionship rather than the urgent necessity of the situation. His focus on this personal desire limits his ability to unlock the true potential of Super Saiyan. Trunks doesn't find that need until after Gohan's death. It's only through experiencing such profound loss and the realization of his solitary responsibility that Trunks is able to tap into that true power of a Super Saiyan. Being left as the last warrior on Earth, forcing him to evolve as a character as well as a warrior. This transformation is crucial for him to ensure a better future for his world, but Trunks loses confidence in himself fulfilling this role after 3 years of intense training, surpassing his master Gohan, someone who he once idolized and thought could have taken on the androids in a fair match, only for him to realize the androids never fought them seriously and completely defeated him. It was then where he had his hope severely crushed and now sought out an external savior, someone to save him. He needed to find hope. That savior that he thought that he needed was Goku. But what he failed to realize was that he was the one who gave others hope. He was the one that he was looking for. Trunks gave hope to future Gohan, who saw him as the future warrior that Earth needed. He gave hope to future Bulma, being the only one who could save their future. And finally, he gave hope to Goku, the Z Fighters, and the audience by delivering the heart medicine that saved Goku's life, leading Goku to training Gohan, which ultimately saved their timeline. Trunks is the symbol of hope, and he learns this and regains his confidence throughout his journey in the past. It's funny because people say Dragon Ball doesn't have good writing, but they just don't understand the story. You can view Dragon Ball as a fun battle manga, or you can view it with a series with depth and realism. It's up to you as the viewer to decide. Why do you think Trunks was the only Saiyan who actually used grade 3? It was implied that Vegeta knew about it, and Goku obviously called it trash, a useless transformation. But only Trunks, the boy who sought out power and wished he had it in times of desperate needs, encountered this form and saw it as true power, his answer to his problems, regardless of his drawbacks. So DBZ made Trunks this great character with a compelling storyline, possibly one of the top 3 best written characters in all of Dragon Ball. He was on a path of self-discovery, and his character arc was completed, with him saving his own future. Yet Dragon Ball Super brought him back, and in doing so, took away much of what made his story so impactful. Trunks' character arc was complete. There was literally no reason to bring him back into the story. He didn't bring anything new to the table. Tell me one memorable thing or something worthy of bringing back Super Trunks for. He had no significant writing, just some things with him as Zamasu, which were overshadowed by other elements in the saga. In Super, Trunks is just depicted as a crybaby, still needing his daddy's help, getting reeked over by his younger self. Super Saiyan Rage, yeah, I'm gonna talk about that in a sec. That Sword of Hope was actually pretty cool, but it really didn't do much, so it really don't matter. And the icing on the cake, his timeline gets erased, and now he had to live in a similar timeline with duplicates of himself and mine. What was the bloody point? Honestly, I think the art could have gone way better by exploring a different timeline. For instance, a timeline where future Gohan survived instead of Trunks. We can see how he interacts with Goku, Vegeta, Chi-Chi, Piccolo, and most interesting, Gohan himself. Seeing past Gohan live out the life that he was supposed to live, and his relationship with Kid Trunks, the one that he failed to protect. That storyline would have been so much better than what we got. And I'm not even a future Gohan fan. I mean, I would at least prefer seeing Trunks stay in the past, as the art just feels completely useless and not even worth remembering with him having to live in another timeline anyway. Not to mention the dozens of plot holes in this art, which brings me to my next point, inconsistency. So we all know Trunks and DBZ had purple hair, right? And now for some reason he has blue hair in Super. Some people think it's because Bulma hair changed from purple to blue, kind of like how a baby is born with blonde hair that later becomes brown, making Trunks a similar case, right?
No.
In Dragon Ball manga, Bulma hair was blue in the first 2 chapters, and for whatever reason, they changed it to purple, and they kept it that way for the entirety of the Dragon Ball manga and all of Z. And for some reason, the anime always depicted Bulma with blue hair, perhaps because the official manga coloring wasn't out yet. I don't know, I didn't look at the dates. But the only time we see Bulma with purple hair in an animated format is in the Path of Power movie. And fast forward to Super, the manga just decides to use the anime as the final source material for whatever reasons, giving both Bulma and Kid Trunks blue hair. They even made Gregory get it in Super. To this day, I can't find a solid reason for this change. I'm pretty sure nobody cared that Bulma had blue hair while Trunks had purple. Maybe it's because the majority of Dragon Ball fans are more familiar with the anime itself. But still, why do I have to mess up my boy Trunks like that? He loves all his time chamber games. And while I do get that he was surviving on scraps for an entire year, eating dog and cat food, but it just doesn't make sense why he struggled so much against Goku Black, because in chapter 14 of the manga, we see Trunks losing to base Goku Black. But later on, Trunks forces Goku into Super Saiyan God during a sparring match, where Goku senses that Trunks is stronger than Super Saiyan 3. Then later on, we see Super Saiyan 2 Vegeta decimating a Super Saiyan Goku Black completely. So you see what I'm saying? It just doesn't add up. Especially when you take Trunks' character in perspective, there's no way he would let Goku Black terrorize his future for an entire year. Especially considering Trunks should be stronger than Goku Black based on his sparring match with Goku. It's just completely trash. And you can't say that Zamasu was helping him because Trunks was surprised when Zamasu first showed up, implying that Goku Black had no help during that time. It's just very inconsistent and there's just no excuse for it. Super Saiyan Rage also doesn't make sense. The whole concept of the original Super Saiyan transformations is supposed to be about rage. We see this with Goku and Namek, Gohan against Cell, and so on and so on. So the name and the transformation itself doesn't really make sense. It has blue aura around it, sort of like God Ki, but it's not. And it also gives Trunks one of the biggest leaps in power of any of the past Super Saiyan forms. Maybe it's something stupid like a predecessor of Beast or some hybrid mutation of Super Saiyan 2, something like grade 7 or something. I really don't know. My headcanon is that Toriyama just gave the anime style a note that Trunks had an enhanced Super Saiyan 2 form, which he showcased in the manga during his sparring match against Goku once again. And since the anime style didn't know exactly what to go for, they just went overboard with it. Kind of similar to how manga Kill and anime Kill got two different forms, and sort of like both Brolys. Thankfully, it is an anime only form because you literally will be theorizing all day about where this form even comes from. My next and final point is Future Trunks aura. It's not just the same as DBZ Trunks. DBZ Trunks had one of the top 5 best anime character introductions of all time. At the time, Goku was the only Super Saiyan, and moments later, Trunks shows up and mocks both Frieza and us, the viewers, for thinking this, transforming to the legendary Super Saiyan. Trunks triggers Frieza PTSD, then out of nowhere, takes down one of the most notorious villains in Dragon Ball history. Not to mention, his execution of both Android 17 and 18 is among one of the most satisfying things in the entire series. What's different here is that Trunks isn't driven by the thrill of battle like Goku, Vegeta, or even sometimes Gohan is. His focus is solely on his mission to protect his future. There is no excitement, just a deep sense of duty and determination. DBZ Trunks just doesn't give off the same vibe and probably never will. And this is why DBZ Trunks will always be better. If you made it this far, make sure to check out the rest of my channel. I post plenty of Dragon Ball content, and I even have a what if ongoing right now that you might enjoy, so don't miss out. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. It really makes a difference and helps me bring more content to you. Thanks so much for tuning in, and I'll catch you in the next video. Peace.